It's the hottest dish in the streets. It's what everyone's talking about on Facebook,
Twitters and Facebooks and all that stuff.
It's time for Big Tigger's Trending Topics on V103.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this Trending Topics has been brought to you by Icebox Jewelry and Watches in Buckhead. For the best place to buy, sell, or trade high-quality diamonds, jewelry, and watches, visit iceboxjewelry.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of two Law & Order editions of the Trending Topics. Ladies and gentlemen, start with Arian Foster. A lot in the news about him apparently having a baby mama and maybe he kind of was forcing her to get an abortion and stuff like that. Well, Arian Foster is now suing the woman pregnant with his child for defamation, claiming she's been lying about him in public in a diabolical scheme to shake him down for some money. He filed a suit in Texas saying Brittany Norwood, no affiliation to Brandy Norwood, claims that Arian and his brother tried to strong-arm her into aborting the child, nothing more than a, quote, calculated scheme to extort the NFL star. In the suit, Arian said he has proof to back up his claims, including text messages and a legal recording of a conversation he had with Brittany in which she admits her allegations are false. During the recorded conversation, which was obtained by TMZ Sports. Okay, let's back up. TMZ has a sports division? Okay, I'm moving forward. A woman named Foster claims to be, a woman who claims to be Norwood in the conversation says, quote, I never once said that you told me to get an abortion, and I was never in fear of my life around you. Foster says in the lawsuit, Norwood is engaged in a campaign to impugn the character of the reputation of Arian with the intent to extort monies for him. Foster is asking the judge for unspecified damages. He wants Brittany to pay his legal costs for dragging his reputation through the mud. By the way, Norwood's 18 weeks pregnant, fired the first shot, suing Arian for child support and a restraining order. We'll keep your eyes open to that. Our second story in the Law & Order edition of Trending Topics. Eddie Murphy has a child, or maybe not so much. There's a comedian named Brando Murphy who says that Eddie's the father. You are the father. Eddie says, you are not the father. I ain't it, Eddie. Brando has been telling pretty much anyone listening and plenty of people who could care less that he's Eddie's offspring. Eddie says it isn't true and that the lawyer has fired off a cease and desist, alleging, A, Brando actually changed his name to Murphy. He performs with Richard Pryor's son in a Sons of Comedy show, and he shows up at a coffee shop that Eddie frequents and yells, my father won't talk to me! Showing off. But Brando isn't backing down either. He's threatening to sue Eddie for defamation, calling the allegations vile, base, contemptible, miserable, wretched, and loathsome. A lot of big words. Eddie don't use them big words. And last but not least, in our Law & Order edition of Trending Topics, young Jeezy was arrested yesterday for the second time in 3 weeks. Apparently arrested in Alpharetta after cops responded to an alarm call at his quote-unquote girlfriend's home. It's unclear who or what triggered the alarm. When cops arrived on the scene, we're told Jeezy was uncooperative with the officers, refusing to identify himself and cussing them out. We're told Jeezy told the officer who asked for his name and ID, bleep you, I ain't telling you nothing. And he attempted to pull away when the cops were slapping the cuffs on him. As we reported, Jeezy was arrested early this month for battery, false imprisonment, and making terroristic threats after a blowout fight with his son. He's been booked at Fulton County Jail. We await his side of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in and turning up to the Law & Order edition of the Trending Topics. If you missed this conversation, head on over to v-103.com where you not only listen to it in its entirety, you can see my I ain't going to jail for none of you fools face. Turn out. The 3 things you need to know, plus an awesome conversation happening after 3 o'clock, all in your forecast right here on V103.